Okay folks, welcome back to The Long Dark. We are here again, video number 5 in this series. We're in Stalker Sandbox. It's been, I will completely own up, a couple of weeks since I played the game. In fact, I would say it's probably nearer to 3. Because obviously if you've seen the ones that have gone up previously, the dates that I put in the journal were sort of a couple of weeks previous to where I actually uploaded them. So that was just some editing difficulties. But we are still here and we are where we left ourselves off in Forestry Lookout. So we're going to loot basically. That's how we're going to start today. We're going to go through, loot Forest Lookout, and there's some good stuff in here. The best of them, which of course is this hunting rifle, which is not in great condition, but we can use a rifle cleaning kit. We'll sort that out. Let's have a look through the first aid kit. Again, we are going to take everything, and we'll take it back to our base camp. That is just a prop, I think. I can't actually pick that up. We've got a sewing kit. We have a rifle cartridge, and we have a book, Survive the Outdoors, Tips and Tricks from the Wilderness Survival Experts. So that improves our fire starting skills. So we can actually research that book, which I don't think we can do at the moment because we are hungry, but don't worry about that. We'll sort that out when we get back. We have a hatchet. I'm pretty sure I've already got one of those, but beef jerky, pork and beans, and we have a mountaineering rope. Now, I don't think you can do any mountaineering climbing or anything like that in Mystery Lake. You definitely can, obviously, on Timberwolf Mountain. So that's useful to be able to take with us when we head up there. The only slight doubt with it is very heavy, and it is going to make us encumbered, but I don't really want to leave it behind, so we'll see how we do. I am going to stay up here overnight anyway, so we'll have used up some of our resources by the time we get there. So I think that's everything. So let's just have a quick look at the state of play. I have an affliction. Oh, I've got a sprained ankle. Oh, that's okay. We can sleep that off. I forgot I did that, actually. It's been so long. Okay, so, condition, we are starving. We are cold and getting colder. Temperature in here is 0 degrees, which isn't particularly good. And we are quite tired. So what we're going to do, how many hours down? We've got 4 hours down left. That's the only downside for us to look at. It's not a great base, simply because it does get cold in here. It's quite exposed. So I think probably the first thing I'm going to do is just light a little bit of a fire. We might as well use a piece of that. Well, if I've got some sticks, I'll start it. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Hopefully this is going to light. I've only got a 55% chance of success, so hopefully it's going to light. Yes, I've got quite a few things to tell you from the last couple of weeks. Long Dark related, there has been an event over Halloween, obviously. Being in the UK, we don't, well, I don't celebrate Halloween particularly. It's not as big as it is in the States. But over here, we did do a few little bits and pieces for Halloween. And there was an event in the Long Dark for Halloween, which was the 4 Days of Night event, which I didn't actually know about because I hadn't really been looking at the upcoming stuff. I'm going to just drop some bits of reclaimed wood on. Oh, well, I wasn't fast enough. That's just perfect, isn't it? Oh, we got any wood matches? No, I haven't done it. Okay, I'm gonna start again. Wasn't fast enough. Yeah, so there was the 4 Days of Night event, which apparently was where they applied an update. It was actually a hotfix to the game, which basically made it perpetually dark for those 4 real-world nights. So the sun never rose for those 4 nights. It was completely dark. There were pumpkin pies that you could find, which gave various special abilities, warmth, and I think wildlife repelling. Demon wolves, I don't know what that meant. And
I did it.
Right, I'm going to be faster this time. Let's get some more fuel on this fire. It goes out. Chuck it all on there, that'll do. No, I don't want to burn Survive the Outdoors, for goodness sake. Let's just make a little bit of water. We don't want to waste the opportunity of being able to make a little bit of water. So let's just do some water production. While we are up here, obviously it's going to get us warm again. So the game was perpetually dark, and that did apply to every save game and everything. So obviously I couldn't have recorded during those 4 days anyway, because it wouldn't really have worked. We wouldn't have been able to follow on. It was kind of an experiment. The developers have said it was a bit of an experiment to see how people felt about it. I actually quite like the idea, but I quite like the idea of having this where it does kind of put this event on the game. But I would personally like to have the option to not implement it. So I have the option to not do it. if I don't want to. So if I'm in the middle of trying to do something like this, I can switch it off and play the game as normal and start another sandbox to play the event or what have you. So I would like to see the ability to switch it off so you don't have to have it, but other than that, I quite like the idea actually. That's kind of cool. Okay, so we're only over encumbered because we are tired and fatigued, so actually we're doing alright. So food wise, I am going to eat the MRE. That's going to give us a lot of calories, so that'll be good. Very much sorts that problem out. And we're going to drink... Oh, I didn't have as much water as I thought there, actually. So I really am a bit short of water. I could almost make it a bit more, but never mind. It'll be alright. So, right, how much of that fire have we got left? Oh, actually, let's make some more water. Why not? We've got the time to make some more, so let's make some more water just so we've got enough. So we don't run out on the way back. Because obviously our next challenge from here in the morning is going to be to make our way back to camp office in our base camp, where we'll take stock of where we are before we think about what to do next. And one of the problems I kind of got at the minute is that I have pretty much been everywhere now, apart from the dam. But I do now have a rifle, so I'm in a better position to take Fluffy on. Because we are in Stalker, so Fluffy is going to be in there, no doubt about it. In the lower difficulty setting, the mid-range difficulty setting I normally play on, there's a 50-50 chance that the wolf will be in the dam. In Stalker, it's a 100% chance it will be there. So we are going to have to tackle the Fluffy. We've got 3 hours of daylight left. I'm actually now going to jump in and I'm going to go to sleep. And I'm going to go to sleep for 6 hours. And I'm hoping that it will sleep the whole of those 6 hours. And then hopefully in the middle of the night we can just do a little bit of researching in this book that we are carrying. Where are we? 7 hours of darkness left. Can we do some researching? Are we able to do that? We'll find the thing first. Let's see if we can research it. Can we research it for 3 hours? Yes, we can. So we'll do that. We're getting thirsty. That's not a problem. Cool. So we've researched it for 3 hours. We need to do another 2 hours research. But before we do that, let's just drink. So the books now, they've started to implement them into the game. They've been in there for a while, but they've only been firewood. Now you can actually research them. The specific different books, these actual named books, you can research them. And when you've researched them, they improve various skills. This one's going to improve our fire starting skill. It's too dark to read. Okay. You sneaky little devils. That's fine then. Well, what we'll do, we'll go back to bed then. So we're going to sleep for probably another 6 hours. So let's sleep for another 6 hours. Hopefully that will get us through to morning, although the weather's not looking good. Yeah, we're through to morning, but we have question mark, question mark, question mark. So we've obviously got bad weather. Ooh, very bad weather. We woke up fully rested, a little bit early. Let's get that door shut. Oh dear. Yeah, weather's not good out there, so let's get that door shut. What's the temperature feel like in here? It feels like it's 0. So we're going to start getting cold, but we're not going to get cold very quickly, so it's not really a major issue. Although I think I might just start... I might actually just make a fire here just to stop us from freezing, because I've got the ability to break down the benches and tables to use that as firewood, so we'll do that, I think. I'll do... Right. Oh, just as I do that, it blinking clears up, and I don't really need it.
Something's gotta go.
Yeah, I know. Okay, well, let's just research the rest of that book, because then I can finish what I was talking about with that. So let's research the book for 1 more hour. And that's going to increase our fire starting skill. And some of the other books we've found increase it, so we've completed the research on this. And our fire starting skill has increased, which is absolutely cool. So now we'll find it easier... Oh, be quiet. To light fires. So that's the skill system that's been implemented. It's slightly different to how it used to be. So now we have a better chance of starting fires. So that's... To be fair, the last couple we tried to light did light. It's just I wasn't fast enough putting more fuel on it and it went out. I'm not going to make a long fire here because the weather's improved outside. I just need to check my carry weight so I'm not encumbered. I'll drop some of this reclaimed wood if needs be. We'll see how we are. I will travel a little bit over encumbered, as long as it's not too much. As long as I'm only a little bit. Oh, it didn't work. Ah. Okay, hang on. I need to harvest that newspaper down, make some more tinder plugs. So don't particularly want to waste material, and we need to eat something, so I'm going to go ahead and eat.
I would do anything for a drink right now.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll sort that out in a moment. So I'm just going to eat the pork and beans, because they are my lowest rated food, and I don't particularly want to risk it if they get any lower condition than that. And obviously we drink a little bit of water, so that sorts us out. We're only a fraction over actually, so I'm actually tempted. How many? I think I am going to make just a short, small fire, and I'm going to see, just so I can take a brand, just to help with my warmth as I'm travelling outside, because my clothing's not very good. So,
come on.
I'm going to use my little tactic of carrying something warm with me. I haven't got coffee. I've only got herbal tea, but I might make that up as well, just so I've got that warmth bonus.
Damn it.
Do you know what? Forget it. I don't think I'm carrying any. Am I carrying any accelerant? Because this is getting silly. Yes, I am. But I've only got one tinder plug left. I don't really want to use it in case I have to light a fire somewhere else. Okay, let's just abandon ship on that one. I know I can make sticks into firewood, but never mind. Okay, so how cold is it out here? -13, so it's cold, but it's not too bad, and it's nice and clear. So let's make our way down. We're gonna head back to camp office now. So much for improving our fire starting base skill. Okay, so let's make our way down to camp office. Obviously being very alert. I know I have a rifle, but a rifle is really only for hunting in the long dark. That's one thing I will say. In the long dark, the rifle really is only for hunting. You don't really use it as a defensive weapon. Again, because your resources are so limited and the amount of bullets you've got are so limited. There's no point. You can't just spray bullets, and the wolves will attempt to dodge. And I personally have never managed to hit a wolf. There is actually a wolf down there, so we just need to be careful when we get down there. But I've personally never managed to hit a wolf that's come running at me. So there's no point trying to use them for defence. You're better off with flares, and you're better off with torches and things to try and repel them. Unless, of course, you are hunting the wolves, in which case that's fair enough. Because we will have to do a bit of that so that we can complete our target of making all the animal skin clothing. We need some wolf pelts. But if you're specifically hunting wolves, you tend to shoot them before they go into aggressive mode and start running at you. Right, so, unless of course again you're tackling Fluffy, because Fluffy is a slightly special case. For people who don't know Fluffy, Fluffy is the nickname for the specific wolf which is inside the Hydra Dam. People have kind of judged that it's slightly bigger and slightly more powerful than normal wolves. A slightly different colour. It's in Stalker mode, it's always in there. In other modes, in the very simple Pilgrim mode, there's a 0% chance it'll be in there. It will never be there. In the Voyager mode, the middle mode, you will find there is a 50-50 chance that it will be there. And in Stalker and Interloper, it will always be there. Oh my goodness me, we have a pack of wolves. Can I get round? Is there a way of dodging? Because if I go down there, they will just charge at me. I know I can do it the other way, but I'm not sure if I can walk up onto here from down. Because I do sometimes walk over the top, but I don't think I can get up there from here. I can only come down. Okay, this is going to be awkward. This is going to be very difficult. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this. I think we may have to... God, there's a whole pack of them. There's 4 of them. Just trying to think. Oh, here we go. Right then, Wolfie. Okay, that's expelled him. He's run away, so let's get moving before the others clock us and come across. In fact, I'm going to do a bit of sprinting here, get away from them. Oops, I think I've been clocked by another one. Yeah, okay, well, we'll go for the full sprint and hopefully we can get clear. This is called clear cut, by the way, this area. That area back there is called clear cut, for obvious reasons. We're heading back towards the forestry, the little camp. Oh, I think I'm still being tracked. it. Either that or I've got another one, I can hear it. But I can't see it, which always makes me nervous. I'll tell you what, folks, it's really warm in my flat tonight. It's freezing cold outside. Yes, he is tracking me, look. Oh, blimey. Well, we are in Stalker mode, so it's to be expected. It is to be expected that that's going to happen.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
He's properly tracking me. Okay, we're going to have to go toe-to-toe with him. See if we can get rid of him. Go away, Wolf. Go away.
Do this?
Yeah, it worked. Okay, so let's make a bolt for it now. See, that's the best way of dealing with wolves. If you try and shoot them with a rifle, you will... If you're me, you'll probably miss. If you are still pretty good, they will start to zigzag when they attack you, and you'll miss. It's better to have a flare or a brand, or... Well, brands aren't that effective, but they do work. A flare or a torch, flaming torch, brandish it. And they will run. Occasionally they won't run, and then you're in trouble, but most of the time you'll be able to expel them. Okay, well, we're getting very, very cold, so I'm going to head into the little logging camp, which is just here, and just try and warm up a bit. Plus there is actually another wolf just ahead of me, so gives me a good chance to dodge him. Obviously keeping an eye open for the bear, because the bear does lurk around this area. You have to be a little bit careful. I have seen it round here.
Goddamn freezing.
Yes, I know. Don't worry about it. We're taking care of it. Okay, let's get inside one of these. I actually don't really care which one. And we're in. Okay, so hopefully we can now just warm up a little bit. Obviously I can't light a fire in here, but it's not freezing in here. So we're just going to have to... In fact, what I might do... Can I use this bed? Yeah, can I use this bed? Can I sleep for an hour? Let me do that. Yes, so since we last played Long Dark, an awful lot have happened. Can I drop this? Can I drop it? Please let me drop it. Holster? Does it drop it? No, it doesn't. Oh well, we'll sort that out later. Yeah, an awful lot has happened since I played Long Dark last. Unfortunately, the bad news bit is that I gave my car an inadvertent nose job against the back of a Vauxhall Corsa, which wasn't particularly brilliant, as you can imagine. One of those situations where everyone hit the brakes, I hit the brakes, and my car just didn't pull up as fast as everybody else's did. Ice on the road, maybe, mud on the road, I don't know, but I hit the brakes at the same time everybody else did, and I didn't pull up as fast as they did, so we met. Not a good thing, really. Not major, could have been worse. No injuries, everyone's alright, that's the important bit, but still a bit annoying and a bit embarrassing. I've sullied my clean record, unfortunately. I've only ever crashed on racetracks before. I've never crashed on the road, so it's very annoying. I've crashed carts plenty of times, but I've never actually crashed a car, so that was very embarrassing. So at the moment my car is away having its front end glued back together. So that's kind of what's happened this week, so it's not been a great week, to be perfectly honest with you. So we've actually got I'm taking a bit of time to relax a bit and chill, and that's why we're here in the Long Dark. Although that said, it's not the most relaxing game, because you do get a little bit scared with all these wolves and nasty things around, but it's nice to take a break, take some time out, watch some films, and try and learn how to... Ironically, the courtesy car I've got is a Vauxhall Corsa, so I'm having an awful lot of work with Vauxhall Corsas at the moment. But yeah, we can look back at it and learn from the experiences, which is I don't trust the brakes anymore, and I will be doubling the following distance, even though I was actually the advised following distance behind. And yeah, so that's basically what happened earlier in the week, and I've been kicking myself about it ever since. It's very annoying. But anyway, oh god, more wolves. There's wolves everywhere. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh dear, 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 dear. Have I got any flares? Please tell me I've got another flare. Excellent. Oh, it's that one. Oh my goodness, there's two. Okay, I need another flare. God, it's dangerous in Stalker mode, I tell you. How long am I going to survive in Stalker mode before something eats me? I'm trying to figure this out. Is he still with me? Yes, he is, and now I've got the potential of having another one. Whoa! You're a tad closer than I thought you were. Okay, let's try and get rid of you. Oh, that was easy. Right, so that's got that one. Don't know where the other one's gone. Let's drop down the other side of the rails. Let's just keep going. Fingers crossed we won't get jumped by the other one. As we head back to camp office. It's kind of wandering about. Don't know whether it's tracking us or not.
All I can think about is food.
Yeah, don't worry about that. If we stop to eat now, we'll be eaten. So let's just keep going. Don't worry, we'll be fine. We are slightly encumbered. I've just noticed that. I'm assuming we're slightly more encumbered than we were when we left Forestry. I guess, yeah, we were encumbered, weren't we? Because we didn't light that last fire that I was planning to light just to get rid of a bit of the fuel. So we are slightly encumbered. But that's not a major issue. We're probably not very much over, so I don't really want to stop and look. But we're probably not very much over, so we're not going to be slowed down too much. We can still sprint and whatnot. I'll tell you one thing I would quite like to do on this map is go and have a look for the prepper cache, because it will be here somewhere. It's just a case of where. I think I've mentioned the prepper cache before. It's basically it spawns randomly on the map. My understanding is that there will be one cache on each map, although the one here is called the prepper cache. I'm not sure about the others, but on Mystery Lake it's a cache that spawns in one of a sort of a number of set locations, but it's always random which one it spawns in. And it's basically a hatch in the ground, so it's quite hard to spot. But it will have a lot of loot in it, and depending on which one of the caches you get depends on what type of loot you get. So which one spawns depends on what you actually get. So one of them is full of weapons, the other one's full of food, another one's full of just equipment, another one's full of something else. So it depends which cache you actually get during the spawn, as to what you get. But once it's spawned, that's it. That's the cache. That's the one you get, and you just have to live with it. So if it's not the one you wanted, well, never mind. You just have to live without it. But if you do get a good one, it can be a really good source of equipment and food and things like that. So it'd be quite cool to find it. I found it once, just up there actually, just up above camp office. So that's probably a good spot. I can't remember where all of the potential spawn locations are for it. I do know. I have looked. I do know where they are. I'm just not sure I can remember them all. So I might just have to refresh my memory, which, maybe counted as cheating very slightly, but have a quick look at a map and see if I can work out where they all are. And so that might be a goal we do fairly soon. In fact, that might be a goal we kind of think about going and doing next, because obviously the next thing to do is tackle Fluffy and go into the dam. And I don't know. I'm not sure I'm quite ready for that. I mean, we're pretty well tooled. I mean, we'll have a quick look in a sec. We're fairly well tooled. So, okay. I want to put this down. It's a little bit frustrating now, because you used to be able to place it down, but you can't very easily now. You just sort of drop it. Okay, so what have we got then? Let's do a little bit of supply, storage and sorting. Well, we've got 2 hatchets, so we'll drop one of them. I'm also going to drop the rifle. I only tend to take the rifle with me when I actually want to use it. I've also got 2 pry bars, so I'm going to drop the better one of the 2 and I'll keep the worst one. Because we know that's going to run out fairly soon. I don't know where I normally keep that actually. I'll pop it there for the sake of argument. The rifle can go over here. That's the rifle. Hatchet can go there. We have a rifle cartridge that can go here. We've got plenty of rifle cartridges. Pry bar, I think, will go with tools, so it'll go over here. Right, so I don't know what else we've got. Let's go and have a look over at the medicine cabinet. I know we picked up some medicine. Let's have a quick look. Antiseptic, yep, we don't need that because we have one of those and we don't need that bandage, so let's get rid of that as well. crafting items. I know we picked up a sewing kit. Whoops, that's actually was there, so let's drop that. Let's also drop that ruined flare. So we just don't want to be carrying it around, so let's drop that. I don't know if that will actually just disappear and despawn at some stage. I'm kind of hoping it will. I don't think we picked up any of that kind of stuff, did we? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Okay, so I won't worry too much about that. Right, I don't know where to put this mountaineering rope. I think I'm going to put it over here as a piece of equipment. So let's drop this rope. We'll pop it just there. So that's all nice and stashed. We know where that is. I assume our temperature's going up. Yep, that's fine. What else we've got? What else have we got? Obviously we've got that book, I'm keeping those upstairs. We've got a little bit of food, we haven't got any extra clothing. We've sorted through all of that, and all that goes upstairs. No more tools and stuff for down here. So it's been a reasonable trip. Obviously we got the rifles, so that was the biggie. Hey there, dude. I almost ran out of tinder plugs, so I'm just going to pick a couple more up now before I forget. And then we'll just drop our firewood down. Actually, no, we won't, because I've not got very much of it, so I will hang on to it. Actually, no, let's drop one of those, keep one of those, I'll keep that, keep those, keep that, and I will drop some of that reclaimed wood, because we don't be carrying tons of that around with us. So let's drop, we'll drop 4 pieces, we'll keep the other 5, 6, all that kind of stuff. So firewood, we are a little bit on the short side, but we're not doing too bad. And obviously books, we have some books, let's drop that. Okay, that one's been fully researched. These two haven't. So let's see if we can actually research one of these books. Oh, that was annoying. Okay, so we need to eat. So let's eat. And we'll go for that stale beef jerky. And we'll try and research again. So I want to try and research these books when they pop up, because they are going to help our skill levels ultimately. And let's see if we can do 3 hours again. Let's do 3 hours. Please let me do the full 3 hours. I hate you. Oh well, at least we did 2 hours, so that's all right. So let's drink. How many hours of daylight have we got left? Less than 1 hour, so it's nearly night time anyway. Let's eat, drink, and be merry. So that's where are we? I'm going to eat that. Let's eat the condensed milk. There we go. And we'll drink a little bit of water. I said we'll drink a little bit of water, thank you. And that actually pretty much brings us up to time. Which is handy really, because we are at night time, so that's actually quite a good finishing point. So let's head into the journal. I keep forgetting to save them, which is a bit annoying, but we're here on day 5 in this playthrough, so I'm actually going to put the date at the top, so it's actually the 12th of November, so that's how big the gap's been, 2016. And what have we done today? Well, we have looted the lookout. I'm going to put that because I always spell forestry wrong, I might as well be honest. Found a rifle, like that. Dodged the wolves. Back to camp office. That's basically what we've done. We haven't done a great deal this time, but oh, and we've done some researching as well. Research. Oops, I spelled that hideously wrong. I spelled it even worse that time. Let's try again. There we are. Researched books. There we go. I'm blaming the fact it's so warm in here, that's why I keep spelling things wrong. I'm going to say done, and I'm going to come out because I keep inadvertently cancelling it and not saving, which is annoying. So let's cancel out of that. And we shall do an hour's sleep, which is my way of making sure the game is saved. So that's it for video number 5 in our Stalker playthrough series. We're doing quite well. We're 5 days in to the game. These 30-minute videos are working quite well because it does pretty much give us about a day in the game, so it roughly matches video per video, game for game. So yeah, we're going to be back very soon for video 6, and I think what we'll probably do is go and have a look for the prepper cache. Certainly a few of the locations quite close to camp office. See if we can find it. If we can't find it by the end of the episode, we'll come back to camp office and we'll get ourselves ready to go to the dam. So I shall say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very, very soon.